What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zeebraa. I told him, was he ready?
It's what up? What up, man? It's Worldwide Red, man.
And we are
Fat Boys Podcast, baby. Give it up. Yeah. We in here. Man, we in here, man. We got a. I want to say a Milwaukee legend, a GOAT.
Damn.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, man. I feel like we can't like you can't really talk about Milwaukee music without like bringing you up, man. I don't know. I don't know if I should call you JR the Superstar, JR Scales, Harvey Scales, Scottsdale Scales.
All of the above.
Give it up for my homie Scales, man.
What's poppin'?
What's going on, man?
Man, this feels good to be here, brother. You know what I'm saying? Cooling with the Fat Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. We appreciate you for coming through here.
So no, I appreciate you reaching out to me, and I appreciate you giving me my flowers.
Yeah,
I
man.
can still smell them.
Yeah, man. You got to, man. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, man, bro, like Scales been doing this for a long time. And like you always definitely show love, you know what I'm saying, since the first time I met you.
For sure.
It's always been
nothing
but love and respect, bro. So I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. He walked right in the studio and didn't say nothing to me, so I'm a fucking nobody, man. I'm a fucking nobody. Once again,
it wasn't that. This is just my second home. You know what I'm saying? This is everyday media. This is my second home right here. So I felt comfortable when I walked in, and you just felt like you was a part of the room. I needed to be introduced to you for real.
See,
you didn't feel comfortable to say what up. No, I'm still pissed, man. It's my damn podcast. No, it's all good, man. How you feeling?
For sure, man. I'm cool. I'm trying to get better. I went through a little tragedy last month.
Right,
lost my mom, but
man,
I've been trying to bounce back and get back to business, and it's been coming together pretty well for me. So that's
man. I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
No, for sure.
Is that mom's on your necklace right there?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Man, rest in peace to mom.
Yes,
man.
sir. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So this your first time here, man. We're gonna start from the beginning, man. So you was born in Richmond, California?
Richmond, California, man. I was born to the Grammy Award-winning first artist to ever have a platinum record in music history.
Yes, sir.
Harvey Scales Sr. He wrote Disco Lady for Johnnie Taylor. And out of 13 kids, I'm the youngest, and I'm the only one that's from California. When he wrote that record, when it went number one, they built him a crib and built him a studio and moved him, my mom, and my sister to California.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I ended up being from Richmond, California. We moved here when I was like 9 or 10 years old.
Okay, so you spent some time in
I spent some time out there for a while.
How did you feel about that, like moving?
I was so young, but then I used to always ask my mom, like, yo, why are we here? Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck made you come back to Milwaukee? You know what I'm saying? But her mom was here. Her roots was here. You know, she had left my dad and was coming back to go to school here. So that's how we ended up back here. But I used to always be like, yo, why are we here? And then my sister, she's like 10 years older than me. Yeah. She hates it with a curse.
Really?
To this day, she still be like, I don't know
still
why.
Here? She's still here?
She's still here, but she done lived other places, but she back here. But she like, I don't know why the fuck we here. You know what I'm saying? She was like, we was on beaches and you know what I'm saying? And now I'm back in Milwaukee. It's cold all the motherfucking time.
I was just about to say that. So like, how did you react to like the winter, bro? With snow and all of that. So, I know California got some type of like ski.
Well, we were in northern Cali, so to be honest with you, it get cold at night, and we would get snow from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the Oakland, San Francisco area. Southern Cali is a little more rain. You know what I mean? But Northern Cali gets the same kind of weather as like Oregon or Washington. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
So you seen snow before prior to coming to Milwaukee?
Yeah.
And you ever go back?
I went back. My uncle got married in the late 90s. I went back, and then I went back again in like 2007.
Okay.
And for actually my cousin's funeral.
Man.
He was a blood, and he had got killed. So I went back out there in like 2007 for his funeral. I haven't been back since though.
Man.
Why so?
I don't know. I just haven't went back that way. I've done a lot of traveling. I just haven't went back that way. I don't know
That's what I'm saying. Since you do a lot of traveling.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't went back that way yet.
Yeah, I love Cali too, bro.
Yeah, I do too.
Cali the vibe.
Cali is actually the shit.
Yeah, like, it's definitely the vibe, man.
So you haven't been to Cali since then, or you just haven't been to?
I've been to LA since then twice, but I haven't been back to Oakland or Richmond rather since then. Yeah, since Chris funeral.
So I know your dad, man. He was the first like platinum artist
ever in music history.
So how was that growing up, like knowing that? Or
well,
like,
the thing about it is the funny story that I always tell is that I didn't think he was shit until you know what I'm saying? Until I became like an adult. Like, I thought he was cool because he had like music, but I didn't realize he had did like a phenomenal feat. Like, I didn't get why we went places people would like Princess Amunda, this nigga, in the bathroom. Like, oh my God, like get down and like on their hands and knees and bow to this nigga. I didn't really get it. I'm like, it's my fucking dad. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older and got more into music, I learned that, you know, this nigga wrote the first platinum record ever. You know what I'm saying? The song spent almost 9 months at #1. You know what I'm saying? It was it gave disco another like 3 years of shelf life. Disco was on his way out, and then because that record went #1, it allowed like 2 or 3 more years of disco. You know what I'm saying? After that, so the nigga did some phenomenal shit. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the first black groups, Harvey Scales and the Seven Sounds, in like the 50s and 60s when northern Wisconsin was still segregated. He was one of the first groups ever booked up there. And stayed booked. Like, I got posters, because, you know, when he passed, them type of people started coming out the woodwork.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I mean, talking about all kind of white people from up north, bro. Like, Ashwaubenon, like, yo, man, I got pictures of your dad. It's 1969 at the homecoming dance at Whitewater, man. And you can see the rope. The room is separated. Like, black people, white people on sides, shit crazy. Like that. You know what I'm saying? Pops did, like, Madison with James Brown when they was trying to integrate Wisconsin. Like, so he was a part of that shit early. And then, like, in the 70s is when he got into songwriting. So he wrote for the OJs, he wrote for the Spinners. He was signed to Stax Records, and that's where Isaac Hayes was at. Jazzy Faye's father was a part of Confunction. So Jazzy Faye's dad and my dad were real tight because they were on Stax Records at the same time. I met Jazzy Faye before he was even Jazzy Faye. He was just my dad's guy's son. And then like 10 years later, my dad was like, hey, remember Melvin's son? Yeah, that nigga on TV with Sierra and them. I'm like, that's dude, you know what I'm saying? So shit like that. And then, so for example, like, as I got into music, he ended up writing, he wrote a record for the Spinners back in the day called Mom's Praying. So Beanie Siegel sampled it on the Truth album. Kanye West sampled it on the Truth album. And at this time, I'm JR the Superstar. You know what I'm saying? And I'm moving and shaking. So one day my dad called me like, yeah, man, you know a Kenny West or some nigga, man, from Rockefeller Records or somewhere. They done sent a letter to my mama, to your grandmama house. Man, my nigga, I did 100 down Hampton. Shot right to my grandmother's house. She lived in old people homes on like 24th and Hampton. I'm up in the high numbers. I shoot the Pops. Woo. Manila folder, Rockefeller label on it. Hip Hop at 88. Name was on the
which
CC,
is the Kanye,
CC to him because he was the A&R at Rockefeller at that time. Hip Hop, Kiambo, Jay-Z's best friend from childhood or whatever. So his name was CC'd on the letterhead. My dad hands it to me like it ain't shit, like, whatever. You know me, I'm like shaking holding shit. I pull it out. It's asking for permission. It's an attorney from Def Jam Records and represent Def Jam Records, Rockefeller Records, asking for permission to sample Mom's Praying. Kanye West sampled it and they're asking for permission, and Pops gave him permission, so he got points off of that record. He's been sampled about 7 times. The Beastie Boys sampled him, but those are like the 2 biggest placements. It's the Beastie Boys placement and the Beanie Siegel placement. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I start realizing who the nigga was. Like, damn, this nigga is really, you know what I'm saying, a part of the culture.
Because when you younger, it's just like, man, this
it's
is my
dad,
pops,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I had limos at like 5th grade graduation, like, you know what I'm saying, shit, but I didn't think nothing of it. Like, we used to go to like Summerfest and be backstage with like Cameo, the Isley Brothers, but you know, I'm a kid. I ain't, he wasn't backstage with, another time he blew my mind when I was young too. This was like the first time was MC Hammer, because you know I'm from Oakland. So MC Hammer's from Oakland. And when Hammer and them first started recording, my dad and them had the only music studios out there. So it was like Too Short.
Hammer was a superstar too.
Spice One, everybody in that early, even Digital Underground, rest in peace, Shock G. All of them came up through the studios that my dad and them were running in the early 80s out there. You get what I'm saying? So when Hammer blew up, I went to the Bradley Center. It was Hammer, Vanilla Ice, and In Vogue was the acts on the Hammer tour. I'm backstage with Hammer. He got the 30 dancers back there. The Pepsi sponsored the tour, so all the Pepsi shit back there, and out walks Hammer, bro. You know what I'm saying? He shake my hand, he hugged me and shit, bro. I'm starstruck. The man is like honored to meet my dad. Like, he is like yeah, if it wasn't for this nigga, I wouldn't be who I am.
Right.
I'm looking at my dad and looking at MC Hammer like, are you serious? You know what I'm saying? But so long story short, Hammer during his set, he used to always bring people on stage to dance. Nigga brought me on stage to dance.
That's
and shit,
dope.
You know what I'm saying? So shit like that. And that's when I started. But it wasn't until like once I started doing music that I really had a respect for what he did. You know what I'm saying? I always knew he was famous because everywhere we go, people would talk his ear off. But once the Rockefeller shit and the samples and you know what I'm saying, shit like that started coming through, and I started doing music, I started realizing like, damn, this nigga was really a GOAT out here. You know what I'm saying?
How old were you when you started? Like,
I was like 16, 17, late high school. I didn't take it serious till I was like 25 though, but I used to play with it, you know, dabble in music, but I didn't take it serious till I was like 20.
How
24,
big was
25.
like his influence on you, like as far as you making music?
You know, that's why you said the many names. A long time I didn't want to use his name.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't start using my government name until late in my career. Just because I didn't want to be piggybacking or felt like I was riding his coattail. You know what I'm saying? So I never really... I didn't want to do that. In hindsight, if I had to do it all over again, I would have used his name. Because later in my career, it's worked for me.
Right.
In ways that it would have helped back when I was JR the Superstar. But you know, I was street nigga. My head wasn't on right. I'm thinking like, man, fuck Pops. I'm going to do this shit myself. You know what I'm saying? He don't understand rap music. He don't know what the fuck we doing.
Which I was about to ask you about, like, what made you want to be a rapper? Like, make rap music instead of...
The thing was, my mom had got me into public speaking when I was real young. You know what I'm saying? I used to have to do speeches and speak at church and all that. So my stage fright and all that was killed early. My dad used to bring me on stage during his performances. So that, but then the songwriting aspect of my father is what got me into writing to wanting to be a rapper. So that was one of the reasons I didn't do it all the time, because I didn't used to freestyle a lot. Everything I used to have was written. So you know how like a lot of niggas would be playing and shit. I wouldn't be playing. My shit would be dead ass serious. You know what I'm saying? Like so. That's why I didn't used to take it serious like that. But that's what got me into it, was the writing. The fact that my mother used to have me writing speeches as a kid. And then once I got a hip to my dad with the songwriting, that's when I got into song form, writing poems and shit like that.
So who was some of like the rappers growing up?
Coming up. Damn, man, I was in love with the culture. Shit, I would say anybody that was on Rap City from like 91 to like 99, like I was influenced by all that shit. But early, I would say like Nas, you know, like the Roots. It was real East Coast. Even though me being a Cali kid, one of my older brothers was really into hip hop, and he used to spit and shit, and he was into New York. Even my sister, she had went to school on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? So she was bringing home like early Dougie Fresh records and KRS-One, you know what I'm saying? That whole, but once the West popped, you know what I mean, Cube became one of my favorites. So that's what I'm saying. My music taste is very eclectic. I guess it's because I'm from Cali, and then I grew up in Milwaukee, where we listen to everything in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? So like, cause I love R&B music, you know what I mean? So it's very eclectic for me. Like, I listen to everything. Now,
I know you a huge Jay-Z fan too.
Huge.
Yeah. So I say, when did you start listening to Jay?
How
did he influence your music?
Jay was around the same time as Nas. I got on Nas and Jay around the same time. The thing that attracted me to Hov was his backstory, actually. And it was because we had started doing music, shout out Scott Knox, independently at that time. And him and Master P were kind of like the blueprint stories at that time. He had just signed a deal with Priority, and he had put out the single, and he was selling this single for $5. Most niggas singles was like 99 cents, $1.99 at that time. Jay shit was $6. You know what I'm saying? And we was buying that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like it was the hustle, and then it was the hustle, then it was the Dame Dash relationship, and then it was the music. So it was like the whole culture. He embodied everything that I wanted to be at that time as an artist. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of my gravitation to him. You know what I mean? Especially once I started learning the business. You know what I mean? Side of shit. So
Jay is that dude, man.
Yeah, it's been like that from day one. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciating his music or liking his music until like later in my years. First, I'm like, man, why everybody like him? I don't know why, bro. But when I started writing and started making music a little bit more or taking it serious, I'm like, damn, Jay-Z is cold, bro.
He's the rapper's rapper. You know what I mean? He's the rapper's rapper. You know what I mean? And I guess that's the what you say brings up a good point, because I was talking to somebody who's like the average everyday just fan of music, and she kind of was like, he cool, I don't see what the big deal is. But everybody who do music is fine to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can find the most ghettoest street nigga in the world that do like straight trap rap, and he gonna have a fine admiration for Jay. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I think everybody the music community has such an admiration for him, and then people are just his hardcore fans. And then he's in the DNA of the music. Like I just gave an example. Nigga's been around since what, 94? Yeah. It's 2021 and he could drop a record tomorrow.
Yep, and go.
And it can fuck the game up.
Yep.
Like, you know, you don't really see that, especially in black culture.
Yeah.
You know, we kill off people early, we make them old early, you know what I'm saying?
If you 35, you over.
Yeah, you washed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he started his career when he was, what, 26?
Yeah, he was older.
But I'm saying, like, it's still like rock artists and all that be 60, 70, and they still go on tour, they sell records, all of that.
Ozzy Osbourne wear a diaper. I think hip hop really even use good English and shit, and he's still getting a check.
Yeah, hip hop like the only one where you 35, this nigga.
He washed. You know what I'm saying?
Is that because that culture is we so judgmental with that culture?
Absolutely.
That's why I think it is. I feel like we don't embrace people as we should. I think that's just our problem. Period. Though, like as our culture is just
as black people. You saying?
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean, that is the. I really think we judge and we care about too much stupid shit.
Shit like, that don't matter.
Don't matter.
You know, when you should respect longevity.
Facts.
Something the OG used to tell me all the time about relationships and shit, like y'all doing this pod or Dooch with the everyday media, how long he been holding this down. Like even me with my career, the hardest thing to do is to maintain something over a long period of time. It's easy to do some quick shit and be off of it, but to maintain something over a long period of time through the highs and lows, you know what I mean? Through when you winning and then through the season when people ain't really viewing or clicking on the pod. Are you still podding it? Continue to pod? People don't get that. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody asked me yesterday, I was like, man, you still do that shit? I'm like, bro, because they don't see the number. They don't realize, bro, it takes fucking time. Bro.
It's a grind. You have to put the time and energy into this shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, to speak on my homie Dooch, you know what I'm saying? Me and DJ, we go back to kids. And I've seen him with this thing podding. Like even me, I do Slick Talk with Scales podcast right now off of watching him at his crib 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't even understand what podding was for real. You know what I'm saying? Bro was already on it. They was going to Cleveland doing pods and he was busting moves. And now to see him have a whole operation, that's because he stayed at it. He didn't quit.
You gotta stay consistent.
You know what I'm saying? Them couple months where he might have been leaking or it was hard for him to do it, he didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm learning about shit. You appreciate, and then like you said, in our culture, we don't appreciate shit because we all about for the microwave, the quick for the moment shit.
Yep.
Another example of that, I went to go see Baby Drew probably like 2 years ago during Hip Hop Week at Mr. J's. He performed with a live band in the middle of his set.
I remember that too.
The man was sweating and he was damn near crying. He was like, y'all want to know why y'all in here singing along with me and out of breath like me right now in here? And we all like, yeah, why, Drew? He like, cause y'all paid $17.99 for this shit when it came out back in the day. Man, you gonna forever love this music. You spent your last to get that Powder CD. You get what I'm saying? And classic. The whole crowd, we all was like, damn, you right, my nigga. We gonna, but get what I'm saying? That's why you appreciate it more than just a stream or something that pop on your phone. You listen to it for a couple of days, then you
and it's over with. But you actually spent your hard-earned money.
Spent your hard-earned money. Motown, that was Berry Gordy thing. You gonna buy a sandwich or you gonna buy this new Michael Jackson record? Damn. You see what I'm saying? But that's how the music business went back then. You know, now in this digital age, it's a little different. Now it's about trolling niggas, beating niggas up in malls, how many people you can pull a pistol on Instagram and shit like that.
Facts.
Now that's the thing.
That's crazy.
Damn, did Baby Drew, did he sample that disco lady from your pops?
From my pops. And that's another record. You know what I'm saying? That pops got sampled and they gave him his props and his credit on. Now,
how did that feel when you heard that though? Like
that was big. I went to high school with Drew. I grew up with Drew, and Drew's aunt that moved him from Chicago to Milwaukee was very good friends with my mom. So I've been knowing Drew like I've known Dooch since we was kids. So when that came about, I knew Drew was a huge fan of my father. So I already knew that because Drew was a big on 70s music. You know what I'm saying? That's his thing. He loves like, you know, that 70s soul sound pimp music, you know what I'm saying? And my pops was a part of that era, so he was a big Harvey Scales fan. He used to tell me that all the time at Mesmer. When I used to be like, man, leave me alone about that nigga. That old ass music. And Baby Drew used to be like, no, man, that shit cold, man.
I was just about to ask you that too. Or was you a fan?
Not really. I didn't start appreciating it until I got older and we started sampling. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started appreciating that shit. Like this, now it's my favorite genre of music. 70s music is my favorite genre of music. I feel like 70s music and 90s music is
90s music. 90s music is it.
Yeah.
We always talk about the 90s. I feel like with movies, everything. Bro. 90s was the vibe, fucking time, bro.
Yeah, it was. Like, I felt like the 70s they broke the mold. The 80s tried to mimic what they created, and then the 90s tried to get out of the mimic thing and get original again. That's why we got the grunge shit from Nirvana.
Yep.
I mean, we got grunge hip hop. We had like Das EFX and Redman and Method Man. That was like grunge hip hop at one point in time. You see what I'm saying? So plenty shit was birthed out of that shit in the 90s. So yeah, I always say that, like, when people ask me genre or eras of music, I always say the 90s and the 70s. Like,
I was just gonna ask, what is, like, from the 90s to now, what is the difference as far as Milwaukee hip hop? Like what do you think the biggest difference is? And if you were to come out now, like a 16, 17-year-old Scales, like what do you think you would do in the game right now?
Okay,
as
that's
a new
that's
artist?
a good question. I'm gonna do the first part.
Yeah.
What I see from then to now, I see, even if it's fake, I see a little more unity.
Okay.
And right now, and I guess that's because of the climate of how you market your music now, and it's social media. So if I'm not seen with my peers, then I'm not really relevant.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that even goes for the industry. If you look at the industry, Nav wants to be next to Gunna wants to be next to Thug. Like, that's all positioning.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? For niggas to get clicks and clickbait. So I see that here. Now, I don't know if it's fake or not, but it looks better than when I was doing music.
Okay.
It was still segregated. You see what I'm saying? Right now, I don't think it's as segregated. I also think YouTube, the internet has helped phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
I agree.
Because now you don't got to go to New York or none of these.
You can go to now. You got fans in Oconomowoc. I had to actually pull up in Oconomowoc with CDs to get fans in Oconomowoc.
I was just about to say that.
Now Lil Chicken, all he got to do is post a video, and he got the whole every white boy in Oconomowoc with a gun trying to sell heroin and shit. You see what I'm saying? And they clicking and watching his videos every day. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. I had to actually go to Green Bay and make fans, do a show with 9 people in the room, and leave with 1 fan.
Right.
Like, I come from that era in the 90s doing rap in Wisconsin. Now these niggas do packed shows and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Which method do you prefer? If you could choose, which one?
I think this method is a little easier.
Yeah.
But I think they're still both a grind, because it's peers in that lane with Chicken and those guys that aren't getting that love either. Yeah. So that's why I said it's still it's oversaturated, and it's still a grind. It's all about the work you put in too. You know what I'm saying? So as a 16, 17-year-old Scales.
Yeah. Coming out right now.
I'd probably still be on the same shit I'm on, man. Like, I couldn't really see myself trying to conform to what's really going on, because at the time I wasn't really trying to do what was going on here.
Right, yeah.
Then, we was doing soul samples, Dipset, Kanye type sound and shit. And nobody in Milwaukee doing that shit. Like nobody. That. So I would probably still be on that. So whatever futuristic that is now, like some Griselda type shit or something, you know what I mean? Some Benny them type shit, I guess.
Some real hip hop shit.
Real hip hop shit still. Especially because now the playlist and the sound and your audience is curated. So if I know you like hip hop, I can target you. I don't even have to sell to the niggas who only want to hear lean rap or whatever. And the lean rap niggas don't have to listen to my hip hop. So that's kind of what's cool to me about music now, is that shit is curated. You don't have to be like, oh, I hate dude. You don't have to hear it.
You don't mind listening to it.
You don't even have to listen to it. It's so much shit that people be like, oh, I hate them little niggas. I hate the little niggas. How are you hearing the little niggas? My Apple Music is curated to whatever the fuck I want to hear. I don't even hear the little niggas.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Unless I want to. Unless I go on YouTube and want to go down a rabbit hole because I podcast, so I want to be current with what's going on in the culture. So I might go down a rabbit hole and watch all that shit one day, but I'm not getting in my car, plugging up my aux cord.
And listening to that.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So the newer generation of rap, you're not fucking with?
I wouldn't say not all of it.
What would be an artist? Let's say this. What would be an artist that you would consider that you would listen to? As far as, I guess you could say, new school.
New school. I like Lil Baby.
Lil Baby,
It's another cat out of Louisville, Kentucky that's really got my attention right now. His name is ESTG. He just signed with Yo Gotti not too long ago. I like his shit a lot. I'm trying to think, man.
What do you think it is, though? What do you think it is that why everybody hates this generation of music? Like, so is it the auto tune?
I think it's the stigma, and it's a lot of copycat shit going on. It's no originality. I don't think we have a problem with the auto tune. It's just 19 niggas using the auto tune the same way with the same producer. So everybody got Metro Boomin beats, and then everybody's using the auto tune the exact same way. We just heard the Migos do this for 35 songs on their album. Why would I want to listen to you? Whoever the fuck you are, do the same thing. So I think that's the problem. It's too much repetition. That's what make people be like, oh, this era is whack. There's no originality. I just watched a Unsung the other day about Mystical.
Yeah.
And if Mystical could stay out of legal trouble, he would still be one of the most booked acts to this day. And the person from the label that signed him back in the day said that's because of the originality. There's no other Mysticals.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody sounds
Juvenile.
like
Juvenile is still booked to this day. There's no other Juvenile.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? There's no nigga from New Orleans that came out sounding like Juvenile.
Yep.
Everybody now sound the same. Their videos look the same. That bring me to the whole Pitchfork article. Man. What do you think about that?
They was hot about the Pitchfork article, but I felt,
seen y'all talking about it on your pod. Yeah,
I felt like he wasn't lying.
Yeah,
because if you take it from that angle, and Juju's off camera, but me and Juju's had this conversation, and Juju's young. He's from that era of those niggas who's doing that shit. Those are his peers. Yeah. We've had this conversation 3-4 years ago. We had this conversation. Like, I'm sick of videos looking the same. Yeah. Juju, like, I don't want to shoot a video because I'm scared my shit gonna look like everybody else shit. Then when I come with these outlandish ideas, the video director looking at me like, so you don't got no guns and drugs and a house you want to stand in front of? Like, cause I got 19 niggas calling my phone right now that want that kind of video, bro. I don't have time for this Kanye shit you trying to do. You too artistic, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing about the Pitchfork article. If you go to Google right now, because we did it on my show. You go to Google, type in Milwaukee hip hop. Those people are the people that are gonna come up.
Yeah,
your cousin that can rap like a motherfucker, he not coming up. Get what I'm saying? Because he ain't on T Glaze channel. He can rap like a motherfucker though, but he not on T Glaze channel. That's if I'm not from Milwaukee, I'm just blanking one day. Hey man, you need to write art. We in the Pitchfork meeting. Yeah, you got Boston, you got Charlotte, you got Milwaukee.
Yeah, you type.
I don't know shit about Milwaukee. Man, I need the article by 9 o'clock tonight, bro, or you ain't making the website. All right, fuck it. Go to Google. That's exactly what happened.
The hottest rapper will pop up. All you gotta do is YouTube Milwaukee rap.
Yeah, like you said.
Chicken, Mari Boy.
Anybody on the T Glaze channel, basically, because he got like the biggest channel.
He got the biggest channel.
Yeah,
even T Glaze. One article had T Glaze as the #1 rapper from Milwaukee that I read a couple months ago. And that's how I know niggas don't read, because nobody noticed it. Didn't nobody get mad or nothing.
That's
what I'm saying?
That's
crazy.
I thought about stop like rapping and making music and all that other shit, because I don't rap about like, you know, drugs, or I don't rap about killing motherfuckers and shit like that. I got a story and I'm fucking finna tell you.
But I personally feel like it's a lane for that though. That's what I'm saying about music being curated right now. It's still a lane for that. You know what I'm saying? I still think it's a lane. I think real rap will never go anywhere. Like if you spitting some shit that connect with people and they can relate to, the poppy shit always gonna come along and catch on for a while and then fizzle out. That real shit doesn't go anywhere.
It's gonna always be there.
It's gonna always be there.
Understand too, like you piggybacking off the Gazelle. It is real hip hop fans out there that like hip hop. Like Griselda brought that shit back.
Yeah, they brought it back. They showed you that pop culture still fucks with bars and real hip hop. I don't want to, and people will be laughing when I use this word, but I don't want to poo poo. On the slap rap or whatever you want to call it, because I got a phone full of chicken. My nephew Knees is down with Murder and his whole crew. Like I got one of my nephew is a part of what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hate on it, but I just feel like as far as the scene, I like what they doing. I like the movement. Like I even like the young dudes who got the #1 record on TikTok right now. Sean P. them. Like that's a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that for us to for the city to really get on, like we've been asking for as long as I've been in this shit, is that it has to open up where the same light that Chicken is getting, the rapper dude, the Reggie Bonds, I'm just using him as an example, has, and Webster, they have to get that same type of light. If you look at Detroit, Sada Baby, Big Sean, they get the same kind of light. There's no separation between the two.
Here it is though.
Here it is though. Even in Chicago, Lupe got the same look as Chief. There was no difference. Lupe is a dope rapper from Chicago. Chief Keef's a dope rapper from Chicago. But here it's like, oh, dude, do that kind of rap. It's not popular. So fuck that shit.
Why the fuck is it like that?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Like I don't know. I mean, I'm just
younger people gravitate towards that shit. That's a wave.
A wave.
It's a wave. So when we was coming up, okay, I'm trying to think. When the Legends and the Okies and the Pizzles, it was rap. Then Scales, it was rap. Rap.
Right.
That shit faded out in like 2012. Then the Chickens. Then the fucking.
Why can't we just do both though? Why other cities can do both? That's what I don't get.
That's what I don't get.
Why can other cities?
Why
do
they
it,
can't exist?
But we can't do it.
You can. I'm about to say this. I just heard Ebro Radio randomly at work, and I heard Webster X.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Oh, yeah.
The man is on there, so he has it following like.
But see, the thing is so at home, that's what I'm saying. At the crib, it's not connecting.
Right, yeah, right.
There's some disconnect there. Because how are you on Ebro? But then if I go down my block today and ask if motherfuckers know who you are,
they don't know who you are. Same way with like a Wave Chappelle.
Well, same thing with Wave. Same thing that Memphis Bleak, new artist from here. Well, Huey V's about to go through that same gauntlet. I'm watching him go through that same problem right now.
But if you ask people, who is that?
Who is that?
They don't know who that is. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a disconnect.
But they know a Little Chicken. They know Mari Boys. They know all of them.
They know everybody.
So we just don't like. I'm guessing that our culture in Milwaukee, we just don't like that type of music. Then.
No, I think it's an audience for that type of music here. I just don't think it's a large audience, and I don't think it's a vocal audience.
Yeah.
I don't think they're as vocal as their fans are. I don't think the backpack rap niggas that like backpack rap here, I don't think they're as vocal for the people that they like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to think too, bro. I'm only gonna say this. You got to think. Name an age, starting age, all the way to the end of the oldest age that listen, and this is not shitting on them. The chickens. The age limit for chicken starting from, I'm going to say 5 all the way up to 20. 25. 28, 28 all the way to 30, you have, I'm trying to use this. You have some chickens, and you have the pizzles, then you have the Scales, then you got the Rizzies, then you got it blend in. You know what I'm saying? But they got that young crowd, the high school crowd. That's what's keeping them records. It's no different from BC and Don when they had Bounce.
Yeah, so that's what I was about to say. Even during my time when I was making my run, me and Rizzy and Pizzle, we had to kind of share that spotlight with the young legends in the Okies and the Nitties, because so I guess at that time would be the best example of what I'm trying to describe, because you're right. Cranberry Show used to be on the bills with us too, and they were a straight hip hop act. These niggas used to skateboard.
I remember that.
Webster X at that time.
Yeah, you know
skateboard, wear backpacks, all that shit.
They were like the cool kids. Remember the cool kids from Chicago? They had to kind of had that Chuck English and them type of vibe. They were hype beasts before hype beasts was a thing. You get what I'm saying? So it was very eclectic. When you came to see a Milwaukee showcase, you got booty rap, because Nitty was the king of the music scene at that time, and he was a booty rapper. You get what I'm saying? He made booty music. So underneath him, you got Legend. You got, what's Ira name? Knock It Out the Park with My Baseball Bat.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, him. You got him. You got Okie. It was a a lot of cats followed that. Got a beat from Rail Beats. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to Munch Lauren. You know what I'm saying? He like the last of that dying breed of that.
Munch killing it right now.
And Munch is my favorite. You get what I'm saying? And that's all stats alone, not talent, not skills, nothing. Just stats and work is why he gets the. He gets the crown from me right now. You know
I remember I was in St. Louis. I was in a club, and the Big Money came on, and people actually knew the words.
Fam, we dropped it in Phoenix. That's crazy. And the club was majority Phoenix people. This wasn't even like a Milwaukee pack night. They were singing that shit.
That song just cold.
It's just cold. It's 9 years old. That's how you know it's cold.
And it's still getting played right now.
Bro, Real made that beat so long ago. I got Rizzy had to beat this with that beat on there. A compact disc. That's how long ago that beat was made. Yeah, that's how Bow was too. Everybody had Bow. Almost every rapper in the city had that beat. And Nitty was the one that made a hit out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever think about like moving? Like moving from Milwaukee?
I lived in Atlanta for 8 years.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I lived in Atlanta for 8 years. I went to Morris Brown when I got out of high school, and then that's how me and Rico Love linked back up. We were friends in Milwaukee, and then he had went to school in FAMU in Tallahassee, Florida, and I was in Atlanta, and he used to come from Tallahassee to Atlanta to work with Jagged Edge and do shit like that, and then that's how he got to Usher, blah, blah, blah.
So how was that working with Rico, like in the early days? And I know y'all had like some problems too.
It was
Are y'all cool now though?
No, we're not really cool.
Okay, cool.
But
so he ain't gonna like this video.
No, I mean he probably ain't gonna like it, but you might get a view because he always want to see what I got to say. So you might get a view for you know what I'm saying? You might get your view.
We need that.
Yeah, you might get your view.
I need that.
Because what's funny about him is he do tune in to what I be saying or whatever, even though I'm nobody. But for some reason I'm still.
Too,
but in the early stages of it, it was dope. And it was I got to see that brother do things that most people probably wouldn't have been able to do. Like, for instance, the example I gave on my show yesterday, because I had Tracks on my show, so we were talking about Rico Love.
Shout out to Tracks.
Shout out to Tracks and Elisa Nicole. But one of the examples I give about him all the time that was dope to me is I remember when he got the throwback beat. From the Confessions album, the Just Blaze beat. So you got to remember, he was signed to Ush Records as a rapper. So we was geeked like, oh shit, nigga, you got a Just Blaze beat, bro. You gotta kill this shit, bro. Ooh. I remember he sitting around like, man, he writing verses, throwing them away like, no, dog, that ain't hard enough. I gotta write the hardest shit to this. So he write a rap song to it. Dope rap song to me. I thought the bars was dope. I thought he went crazy. Nigga come back the next day like, man, they said I gotta write an R&B song, bro. They ain't really feeling it.
Oh, word?
They
shit.
like Usher need records for his project now. And if I want to do something, I need to submit something now. So I'm like, all right, nigga wrote a rap record. He came back. Wrote the R&B record, came back, and was singing it to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I couldn't do that. I couldn't go from a rapper to that overnight. On command like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I got to see some of his genius and some of his talent. And some of the paying, because that's part of the paying dues process. You know what I'm saying? He's jaded because a lot of the things he experienced in the music business and he experienced here, but a lot of those things happen from decisions that he made. So it's hard for you to be jaded by a decision that you made. Nobody forced you into doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Like, he was here for Hip Hop Week. A couple years ago.
Like the first day, right?
We shared the same room. We didn't cross each other paths or no energy, none of that. But we was in the same room, and that hasn't happened for a long time. Last time we was in the same room, it was almost a fight and shit. So, you know, with me, I'm about growth. I don't have no beef with him. He tried to sign me to a record deal back in the day, and he would have owned my publishing still to this day. It's people in my corner who felt like I should have did it. My life could be different right now. Personally, my dad said I shouldn't have did it at the time. I felt like I shouldn't have did it, and I didn't. So that's where the beef. We fell out behind that.
So it was business.
It was business. A lot of people thought it was personal. No, we was friends. I grew up with fam. Like I don't wish no ill will or no harm towards dude or his people. I know his moms. You know what I'm saying? Sister, all that. I ain't that kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it was never that. It was strictly music.
And that's crazy that he would like y'all cool and he would even come to you with.
But that's the same kind of deal he got from Usher. See what I'm saying? In hindsight, when I turned 30, I realized like, damn, that's just industry standard. When I went to 3 other labels and they offered me the same thing Rico offered me, he was just following what the industry had taught him. It was slimy, but that's what they do in the game. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have took it as personal as I did and would have understood it was business, but I was young and hot-headed and shit back then, so I wasn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't really thinking.
But that was cool that you even thought it like that, though. Like, you want to own my
publisher
like, a lot
for the
of
rest
people
of my
wouldn't
life.
have. He would this Rico, he would Usher. I'm finna sign this shit. This is my guy. That's how people think.
That's how people think.
I respect that you didn't talk bad about him at all.
No, we had it.
And you talked about his talent. I respect that shit.
He dissed me first. When we did have the beef, he dissed me first. So I just responded as any rapper would do because I'm a rapper and I'm really of the culture. I come from the battle rap culture. That's how I really started rapping.
I remember watching like the
Connect
DVD. And I was like,
and he was talking about me, the Connect DVD niggas. Shout out Connect DVD, man. Them niggas was from Madison. They wasn't even from Milwaukee. They was coming down here making the city look good.
You was like, you want to fight him? Oh yeah, you was on there too.
Oh yeah!
I remember that shit. Yeah, they twist your words.
That's when I come on there.
But they,
you gonna tell your story, boy?
You funny as hell.
They called me and was like, man, we don't know you, fam, but you know we've been hearing your name out here for a while. We know you do your thing. But this nigga was speaking real ill on you downtown when we had the camera out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, word? I'm like, ooh, they like Rico Love. I'm like, oh,
so I remember he said he had like a 14-year-old
slap me or something.
He'd pay a 14-year-old or something.
I'm like, oh, word?
So he run from fights and shit?
Yeah, I said, Richard? Okay, so I said,
nigga run from fights.
So so I said, this nigga's scared. So they was like, they was like, they like, man, where you at? We gonna pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? I happen to be at my people in them stores. Shout out Livewire. Used to be on 38th and North, the music store and shit. And they pulled right up on me and I shot the interview right there in the store. And then after that, he put out a diss record. So then I responded with this diss record called The Impeachment. And it had Ray Rizzy and CT on it.
Yeah, I remember that.
So then after that happened, he dissed me again. He did a whole mixtape with Mace. Mace hosted the mixtape. He dissed me throughout the whole mixtape, talked about my baby mama, all types of shit, dissed me throughout the mixtape. So then I came back again with this record. And so on the mixtape, he kept saying like, yo, this record was cool, but you should have did it by yourself. You had them other niggas on there with you or whatever. So I'm like, all right. So I came back again, did this joint called The Assassination.
Yep, I remember that.
And we took the Settle Down beat and played it backwards. Yeah. And I went for like 92 bars straight on that motherfucker. We can't even find that bitch. I think he got that bitch taken off the internet because we can't even find it. Yeah. And what's funny is I was Googling myself a couple years ago, which is weirdo shit, but I know I did it a couple years ago. But
I was going to say it,
but I was going
to wait till we got off camera.
It's weirdo shit, but I can admit it. I can admit it because a cool thing happened when I did the weirdo shit. The top 50 diss records came up, and I was on the list.
Oh, word? Oh, shit.
Yeah, this website that did the top 50 diss records in hip-hop history, and I was on the list. I was like number 41 or something. Oh, shit. It was J.R. Scales, and then in parentheses it said Rico Love diss. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, like if we could ever sit down and talk or like do what we doing right now, I would be all for it. Like I'm open to it. I'm a father of an 11-year-old child. Fam got kids, you know what I'm saying? We ain't on that type of time, but I think it would be good for the culture, and I think it would be a good look for the town. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't think like I think. So.
Now, were you shocked? Were you shocked a few years ago when he like dissed y'all?
Yeah, so that's why I said he might just watch this interview
because I was like, dang, he did all of this and he still like
he caught us all off guard. So it was funny. He doing this interview with this chick. This is when Rico was dropping his album.
I thought you should. I was like, JR need to drop something today.
Everybody, they was hitting us on Twitter. It was because it was me, Rizzy, and CT. So. The girl asked him about it, and he told a story, and she was like, so where are the rappers now that dissed you? And he was like, I think them niggas working at Woolworth or some shit.
Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? It shocked me because I'm like, damn. Like,
this was like 2015, 16.
A few years
this
ago.
wasn't even that long ago.
So
that's why I'm like, damn, we still on this nigga Bird? Like, bro, you done made millions of dollars, and you know what I'm saying? There would be Beyonce and all types of shit. I'm still on your mind.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because he feel like y'all turned the city against.
Yeah, no, that's what he turned the city against himself. I didn't have nothing to do with that. All I did was hold the mirror up, and everybody made their own opinions about him. Artists called me, 3 artists. Trax and Elisa Nicole called me. Pizzle called me, and Tay Gutter, rest in peace, Tay Gutter called me. Tay Gutter was the first one to call me. Big bro, I know you got your smoke with Rico, fam, but he want me to come see him, man. He want me to go to Florida. I said, go.
Yeah.
He said, you sure, big bro? Go.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing happened. Pizzle called me.
Yeah.
Bro, the man want me to come to Miami. I heard he play. He already be on bullshit. Woo. It don't matter, Pizzle. Go. Yeah. That's better than being here in the studio down at Trio. Go to Miami and Circle House if you there for an hour. That's more than any of us are doing right now. So get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Okay, big bro. He come back with a bullshit story about Rico played him, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Trax and Elisa.
Yeah.
Now, you know I'm in with that. That's I'm a part of that.
Right.
They call me. Bro, man, they want us to go to Rico. They want us to go see Rico in Miami. Trax like, I got to go to Miami, show these other people some records, but they want me to bring Elisa and they want us to go see Rico. What you think? Go see Rico, bro. If he asking for y'all, go see him. Trax come back. Now they don't like each other. You see what I'm saying? But I let people make their own opinions. After I did my diss record, I stopped making opinions about him to sway people and just let them make their own opinions about him. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Yeah, you know, I felt like that was the adult way of handling this situation because, like I said, he my man, so I don't want to burn him or see no harm happen to him. And it's been so long ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? I buried a son and all types of shit since then. Like, boss, I ain't, you know what I mean? That's so water underneath the bridge now. You know what I mean? But I wish him the best, you know. And I always root for him. I'm a fan of his music. You know what I'm saying? So.
Why not never try to, like, reach out to him?
I have sent the olive branch, and I always get shitted on.
Oh, that's fucked. Oh, never mind then. Yeah. Whatever then.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck his girl.
No, it's
all over a deal.
It's what you said though. You know what I'm saying? It was me rescinding the deal combined with the fact that he felt like we turned the city against him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that powerful. The city don't even buy my music like that. If that was the case, I'd be the richest, most popular rapper here if I had that kind of influence. But your attitude did that. Your demeanor, the way you treated people when they met you, did that. Like when me and him was still cool, I had niggas coming to me like, fam, on my mama, I would sweat this nigga if you wasn't with him right now. I used to be like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, not even cut like that, bro. Like, you don't even have to be on that with him.
Right.
But he had rubbed them the wrong way. You see what I'm saying? Like, damn, I used to be. And then the thing that people like to do is, oh, you a hater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The minute you get into it with a famous motherfucker, now you a hater,
right? But they don't know the story.
You don't even know the backstory.
I've always heard stuff about Rico. I've never met Rico, but I always like people that like that's older and like been in the game. Like they be telling me so many stories about Rico. I'll be like, damn, bro, everybody got the same story. Like people ain't lying. Somebody ain't lying.
Somebody ain't lying, bro. Come on,
everybody got the same story. This is crazy.
The same story. Somebody's not lying, bro.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, man, like, are you thinking about starting like a label? Do you have like a label?
So
looking for artists?
I was getting into that for a minute. And then I fell back once I jumped into the pod heavy.
Okay.
Once Slick Talk with Scales started taking off the way it has, and I'm on my 75th episode right now. Once that got to taking off, because I was on Smoking Gossip with Spoiled Rotten before, and that got to doing real good. My fault. That got to doing real good. And now that I've been doing this one on my own, and this one is doing well, I kind of veered away from that. Okay. But I am getting back into doing music.
Okay, yeah.
So like I know you seen the video that I put out with Elisa Nicole not too long ago. So I'm about to do a project with Tracks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of in that same type of vein, like an R&B rap type of project. And then I also got a project dropping in probably about 3 weeks with Bergie.
Okay.
Me and Bergie did a collab album. You know what I'm saying? It's called The Offering. And we putting it out probably like sometime at the end of May. I got to talk to the label. Dooch is the label, so I got to talk to I got to talk to Suge Knight about our release date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's dope, man.
See when our release date is. But yeah, we just wrapped that up probably around when my mom passed. It had been out if I didn't have to deal with the situation with my mom, and then Bergie was sick for a minute, but we getting back to it, and that should be out in a couple of weeks.
I'm excited about that too. I remember hitting you up like, yo, like, I can't believe people not talking about this massive music. Like, I hit you up saying, I was like, bro, this project is crazy, bro.
Man, I don't know. It'd be weird. I try to not get jaded about that shit, bro. I just try to keep making the music for people like you to give me that kind of reaction.
Because I remember hitting you like, bro, this album is incredible.
If it's one person, like, bro, I got a whole folder in my phone where I screenshot it every time somebody inbox me or posted the shit on their Instagram story, bro. I'm talking about it's like 300 posts, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the one you sent me, right?
Yeah.
And I listened to that whole.
I listened to the whole thing today.
And I didn't ask nobody, to post it or nothing. They was doing that shit on their own. You know what I'm saying? And dude, to tell you, the streams, we did pretty good on the streams. But it's just weird to me. Me and Trax was talking about that on the show yesterday. Like, Bailey Coleman hit me and tell me that my album is dope, but then don't play no records off my shit. Like, back in the day when I was JR the Superstar, she sent me to New York to meet with Asylum Records. And when I got there, the dude from Asylum was like, I like your music. I had a website, everything back then. Niggas wasn't even on the internet that back then, bro. I had a website and all that shit. He like, bro, I love everything that you're doing, your way your album is packaged, everything. But he was like, I don't know why Bailey would have sent you out here to me and you don't have no radio spins.
That's fucking crazy.
So as I'm walking in Asylum's office, bro, Asylum was so new at this time. They had like boxes. Jim Jones had just put out Ballin', and I think it had went into like the top 10 on Billboard. They had Cameron, they had Boosie, they had Webby.
Yeah, but I remember.
And I remember they posters, and it was like boxes all over the floor. The dude I was talking to that day, his name is Saeed. It's Leor Cohen's nephew.
Oh, shit.
He was the A&R for the label at that time. He ended up putting out Fetty Wap. He's the guy that
put out Fetty.
He was the machine behind Fetty Wap. Facts.
Damn.
So what do you think the disconnection is with the radio here?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what that's about, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've never. That's been my biggest conundrum.
You can go to like we went to Houston. I heard a bunch of local artists. I went to Atlanta.
I went to Chicago.
Went to Chicago. They play all their music. Here they ain't playing this, bro. Yeah,
and even
they might throw some munch in a mix or something like that.
That's about
but
it.
Yeah.
It's still under the same rules as when they was doing it with Drew, when they was doing it with Cuckoo, when they was doing it with Nitty. They picking one or two people, and then that's it. Like don't nobody else do music here.
Is it because of the style of music that we like here, like what we were saying?
Nah, bro, I don't even think it's that.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that because my thing is the fact that, for instance, Fam them got the #1 song on TikTok. That should be on your radio station.
Yeah, it should. It definitely should.
What is it about?
It was just a dance record.
They sampled stuff like that. I feel like you should be able to push.
They sampled the Natasha Bedingfield. Feel the rain on your skin. And put some Milwaukee wop, put some Milwaukee banging shit to it, and it's the #1 joint on TikTok. And they some little kids from Milwaukee. They like 18, 19 years old.
That should be on. That should be on there.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a radio station, we'd be playing that record.
Yeah, you should be for sure.
You got to.
Yeah, like.
Lil Chicken got the hottest record in the club. Come shop this shit cheap. You got to play that on the radio. Like Looney has a record with King Von on it. How the fuck are you not playing that on the radio? You see what I'm saying? That type of shit. Just I'm not even talking about for me and niggas like Dudes and Juju. I'm talking about for the young niggas that's hot right now. How the fuck are you not playing their music on the radio? They are pop culture.
You know what I'm saying?
Labels aren't determining what's hot no more.
But then it's crazy because you'll see the people at the radio and they be like, "Oh man, this dude is grinding. I mess with your music, man." And I know they got pulled to play it at the radio. Like they ain't like.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
If it's popular, that's all that matters with them. It can be trash doodle juice. As long as it's popular and it's trending, they're gonna play it.
I remember telling Reggie that me and him got into an argument about that shit. I'm like, bro. Dog, you don't even fuck with Milwaukee music like that. We got into a whole argument about it.
But he swear he do.
Yeah, he don't.
They're gonna swear.
Milwaukee weird.
It's a weird place.
We got a weird shit because even when the Bucks is like good, you could go to bars and they won't even have it on.
Gone, exactly. It's a weird place.
We number one team in the East. Like I just or not even the East. Last couple years, number one team in the NBA. Can't even you go in there. I'm just using that as an example.
No,
like,
that's a great
weird,
example.
Bro.
Great example.
Like why we don't support each other at all. Like
no, we'd rather be fans of something else than fans of what's going on here.
Yeah,
you know
that's why they always say you got to go somewhere else and blow up and then come back here and then
it's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
But you're right. so that project that he was talking about, it started off with Black Excellence.
Black Excellence, yeah.
So like, what is your definition of Black Excellence?
Well, Black Excellence. That's what I felt like my father represented. So that's why the record had samples and clips from his interview on Unsung and you know his other interviews talking about having the first platinum record because I feel like that's Black Excellence. You know what I'm saying? Things like that don't get celebrated because we don't know. Nobody told us. On all the way up to things like Jay-Z and the Rock Nation brunch. Where he got gangster niggas dressing up in suits and doing, you know what I mean, doing some elitist type shit. So I just feel like what y'all doing is Black Excellence. What Dooch is doing, you know what I'm saying? What Steph Crosley down the hallway at Priority is doing. All of that shit is Black Excellence. What I'm doing with Slick Talk with Scales, Black Excellence in the Sherman Phoenix building. Black Excellence. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I feel like, and that's why I kicked off the project with that. Also, I titled my album Mansa Musa because in hip hop, so many of us is Scarface, and we, you know what I mean? We these characters. So if I'm gonna take on a character, why not take on the character of the richest man that ever lived, and he just happened to be from the middle of Africa? You see what I'm saying? So if my daughter ever asks me, why you name your, you know what I'm saying, why is your Instagram name Mansa Musa, or why is your album this? Bam, here's a history lesson, and it's a cool history lesson. You like money, right? Well, this man, nobody still ain't got as much money as this man. You know what I mean? You can put Steve Jobs and all the motherfuckers together, they still don't add up to do. You know what I'm saying? So
were you always big on like that, like the Black Excellence?
Yeah, my mom was into African culture. She marched with Tupac's mom back in California back in the day.
What was that?
Black Panthers. My mom, she was always a part of that. And then even here with like Michael McGee and them back in the day and all that, she always been a part of that. So I was always adept to that. You know what I'm saying? I get, it's weird because TZ Talks and them call me like the militant smooth nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to TZ Talks.
Yeah, when they describe me as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? They be like, you like the pro-black smooth nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's kind of like the Nas influence. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I grew up on the Roots, KRS-One, and you know, back in the day, a lot of them was Black culture, Black excellence type shit. So I still kind of stuck to that script.
So let me ask you this: Who is JR the Superstar? What do you? who is JR?
JR the Superstar is a fool. He's a fool. He's a fool ass nigga. That's the nigga that comes from the battle. You know, that come from the battle side of shit. When I used to battle rap or whatever, that's JR the Superstar. He ain't the nigga. He wasn't really trying to write no songs or none of that. He just wanted to rap. You know what I'm saying? So that's who JR the Superstar is. He was wild. But JR the Superstar started this whole thing. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be on this journey or got to experience half of the shit that I got to do around this city as an artist and as a person if it wasn't for JR the Superstar and the Die Another Day album that kicked all of this shit off. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
That album took me to New York. That's the album that Bailey Coleman got. And then she sent it to fam in New York. And then he invited me out there. Yeah.
So what do you think? Like, what do you think stopped you from, like, blowing up, like becoming like a bigger artist than what you are right now?
I think it was a lot of internal things with the label that I was signed to at the time. My homeboys and myself, because like I said, we was trying to model the Rockefeller thing. One of my guys got indicted.
Okay.
So financially, things started looking a little differently. Also, I think it was because of the type of music I was making. Going back to what Cuz was saying, I was making pure hip hop, and I just happened to be popular. So that was the thing that added up for me. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was already popular before music. His dad is famous, and then he made a dope album. boom. So everybody was talking about me for like a year and a half, 2 years around here. Yeah. But the music never translated to radio because it wasn't being played in the clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
which is stupid. You get what I'm saying? So I think that played a big role in it. Like I said, I went all the way to New York. Bailey, to this day, I love Bailey Coleman. A lot of people hate her, got bad things to say about her. I don't. She gave the effort. I just don't understand why they never played my records on the radio. If you knew that was what was going to be contingent to me getting signed, you could have took a 30-day run and just played my shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't know if somebody over her was like, no, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But she at least gave me the effort and gave me a look. You know what I'm saying, to go to New York and actually talk to a label.
So during your run as an artist, was your pop still in California?
He was in Atlanta. That's how I went to Atlanta. So that's why when I graduated from high school, I went to Morris Brown in Atlanta because my pops was in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So I shot to the A to go to school because pops was down there. Yeah.
Man, do any of your other like brother and sister, like any of them make music?
Not really. I got one of my brothers. He does music, kind of, but nobody took it to Dave.
Dave, right?
Yeah, nobody has took it to where, to the extremes that I've taken.
He sings too.
He sings, yeah.
It's crazy because I've been knowing him for a minute and I didn't even know y'all was brothers.
Man, I knew him for a long time and we didn't know we was brothers. My dad was a Rolling Stone. I used to kick it with the twins. You know what I'm saying? Like Scott Knox worked at U.S. World downtown with them at that store, and that's where I met the twins at.
I know one of them
high school.
Right?
One of them hoop, and the other one sing. And I met the twins back in the day. I used to kick it with them niggas, go to parties, you know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. And we didn't know we was brothers.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Pops was a Rolling Stone.
So what makes you stay here and not go somewhere else and just like 100%?
Right now, that's a good question. Right now it's my child. You know what I mean? It's really my daughter, and she's getting older, so now I'm kind of eyeing towards leaving again because she can get on a plane and shit now. She's taking flights without me, so you can definitely get on. If Daddy live out of town, you can definitely get your ass on a plane and come see Daddy. So that's what I'm thinking about. Plus, she wants to go to college in Atlanta. She just turned 11, and we already been talking about college in Atlanta.
Oh, that's dope, though.
So Atlanta is the move.
Yeah, so that's if
you go anywhere.
If I go anywhere, that's the move.
Why so?
A lot of connections. Like I said, I spent 8 years there. You know what I mean, on the turf, like in the mud there. So I got a lot of connections there, almost as many as I got here. You know what I'm saying? My dad had made a name there too. So that's one of the reasons. And it's the culture of the city,
So it's a good atmosphere and people support for the most part.
Most of the people in my circle that I know that's left in the last 3 to 4 years are doing very, very well. You know what I'm saying? Super Dope Closet Q, he from here, and he, you know what I'm saying? He on Black Ink. My homegirl Jazz, the makeup artist, does Cardi B, the City Girls, everybody makeup. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, dope.
My homie Tierra McGee, she down with the Black Ink crew too. My guy DJ Banga, he done made some waves since he been there. He just got there a couple of months ago. So that's what I'm saying. Like everybody that I've seen leave in the last 4 to 5 years are making phenomenal waves, and it's all the dream that they had here. It's actually coming to life.
Oh man, just take the podcast down there.
I mean, that's the goal.
That's the goal. Crazy. That's the goal. I don't know, bro. I got a lot of family in Atlanta, bro. And
that might be the move.
Might be the move, but I don't know. I think about AZ too. I don't know.
You like Arizona?
Where at in Atlanta would be a good place to go? Like what side of town I should say?
I mean, Atlanta, you can't really lose, man. You know what I'm saying? Really, you can't. As long as you in that metropolis, it's a lot like Phoenix. Like in Phoenix, like people, you go to Phoenix, nobody lives in Phoenix. They live in Tempe and Flagstaff and all the shit surrounding. That's kind of how Atlanta is. People live in Buckhead and East Point and Decatur and College Park and Stone Mountain, and you know what I'm saying? So Lithonia, like where the Migos is from. You know what I'm saying? So it's different surrounding black suburbs to the city. You know what I'm saying? So it really don't really matter just as long as where you land. But I'm just looking at it, it's like Black Hollywood. Tyler Perry has turned that motherfucker into Black Hollywood. You know what I mean? They shot the whole Coming to America at Rick Ross' house. You know what I mean? That's Stone Mountain, Georgia. So
Man, speaking of Tyler Perry, man, you gonna be doing any more acting? I seen you getting your acting on.
I've been trying. You know what I mean? They've been casting me as a video hoe as of lately. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm the old school. You know what I mean? I guess I'm a zaddy now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? They've been casting me for a couple music videos lately. So hopefully, if the phone keep ringing, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely pulling up. You hear me though?
Man, I know you be hosting in like a lot of the clubs here.
For sure. I just hosted in Phoenix for the Milwaukee to Arizona.
Yeah, man. You be getting it in, man. And I know, man, we had a debate. We be asking pretty much anybody who get on the show, we ask them this question. Okay. I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah,
you want to ask?
I said 90%.
Nah, you said 100%.
Look, fuck this. I said 90%.
He said 100. So he
90%.
No. Hold on. No, because you ain't start off right, man. He said 100%. 100% of strippers is prostitutes. And that's what he said.
They not.
Then I put the pressure on him and he said 90%.
I put the pressure.
I put the pressure on him. Now he said 90%.
I changed that, bro. You gotta find the clip, bro.
90%?
There's no way. Yeah, I said 90%.
What do you think, Scales?
So
what is the percentage of strippers that's prostitutes?
So the episode before this last one that I did with Trax, I had Ibree.
Yeah, Ibree.
I had Ibree on the show.
Oh. I think I went to school with her.
Tall.
And she got a fat forehead?
Yeah.
Sorry. I fucks with you.
Hold on. Girls with big foreheads is fine as a
I'm
backing you up on that. No, that's one of her beauty traits, actually, is that forehead is nice.
Remember, Z,
she's cute.
90%.
She's just always been tall.
90% is 9 out of 10.
10
chicks
are selling coochie.
Yeah, but it's more than 10 chicks.
So according to Ibree,
it's
like 65.
That's what I said.
You didn't say nothing.
That's what I said. I said 65%.
Bro, Scales,
go back and find it. I'm gonna find it.
You still haven't found it.
Go back and find it. I said 60 or 65%.
Let's see if next week
you said 100 at first.
Podcast next week.
You said 100 at first. Then I put the pressure on him.
Not 100.
No.
It's definitely not 100.
You want to tell him your reason why you said it was 90?
I done been with some rich niggas who tried to purchase that shit and some bitches wasn't going. It's just some bitches who don't sell pussy. They don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think 90% is that bad. But 65% from somebody that's in the business.
Game, yeah, that's been in the business for a while. Because we asked this same question on my pod. That's funny that you asked that. Me and Don asked her that. Like, so how many bitches are selling at a cat?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For the right price, though.
For the right price.
I'm just saying, like, if you talking 10 bands, somebody come. So
it just depends on who the chick is, though.
I feel like it depends on who the chick is, who the dude is.
Yeah, it's some chicks who can get 10 bands without having to do a dick. You know what I'm saying? They can just dance and make that. But there's other chicks who can't make that by dancing. So they might do the dick for 10 G's. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just think I think they should just do it no matter what, because people look down on strippers anyway. Bro, people look down on strippers and nobody is happy that their daughter, their sister, if it was your mom's, nobody be happy. Well, Bree, she got
and she got a good head on her shoulders too. And she's very intelligent. Her mom is intelligent, very intelligent.
Super cool too.
Yeah, super cool.
She's a super cool person.
Yeah, but you sound like you couldn't date one. You probably date one.
I could date one.
You wouldn't marry one. She'd have to be reformed.
I don't know. Yeah, possibly.
Retired.
Yeah, possibly.
Could she still be a stripper? You said no.
But she couldn't be a part of the 90%.
Yeah, definitely couldn't be a part of that. Definitely couldn't be a part of that.
She had to be a part of the 10% that said, "Nah, fuck that. This pussy is not for sale." But I've never talked down. Because he made it seem like
you didn't.
I think it's smart for them to just take the money and get out of there quicker. In my personal opinion.
I get what you saying.
You feel what I'm saying?
I get what you saying.
We ain't got no problem with strippers at all. No.
Just for somebody who done worked in that line of work and then just having her on my pod the other day, that's how I can get
Damn, though. Hey, man. She cool, bro. I gotta see that shit now. See how she talk. Cause I always see her on her stories and shit. Yeah. She's always positive. She don't let shit get to her.
Actually,
really.
I was about to say, when we had her on the show the other day, she was one of the most, likable, guests we had in a long time. Like, everybody was in the comments like, oh my God, where did y'all get her from? Who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying?
We went to the same school. Yeah. She wasn't thick like that, though. No, I don't know where that shit came from.
Man. You about to DM her now.
Yeah, I might have to. Man, my boy Scales told me he was in there. Yeah. But I'm quite sure she got a lot of followers, because I'm gonna have to go like a few fucking pictures again. And
you in there?
You in there? Gotta slide.
Hey, before we close it, but I see you into fashion. You got the NASA outfit on, or whatever the case may be. So, are you heavily into fashion?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what's the type of brands you like?
Every day.
Shout out
every day.
Yeah.
I wear a lot of local shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wear a lot of local shit. I wear Loud Life, shout out Loud Pack, Rebel Religion, Petty Hendrix shit. I wear a lot of his shit. I wear a lot of Duke shit. Every day I wear a lot of Lewis, who just left, Scummy Bear. I don't know if y'all been seeing the bears with the guns and the drugs and shit, but a lot of that. Shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a shoe guy. But I've been a shoe guy since the 90s, way before the hype beat shit.
Damn, though. So you got your own little shoe closet?
Damn near. I got too many.
That's how he is.
They spilling everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Starting to piss me. You got to drop front boxes and shit?
Yeah.
You got to. It's mandatory.
Where else you gonna put the motherfuckers at?
Bro, I hate when I had to move boxes over to try to get to this motherfucker to get to it, and then they fall. I'm pissed. Then if it's one all the way at the bottom, nah, bro, you got to get the drop.
I think now that you ask me that, I'm into everything though, bro. I like, men. I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? So I like men's fashion, watches, necklaces. I like dress clothes even, you know what I'm saying? I like dad hats, like the hat you got on right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just into anything that's fly.
You just like, you're a fashion guy.
Yeah.
And do you care?
Go ahead.
My bad.
No,
do you care about what people's like opinions on
No, not
like
really.
fashion?
Not
Because some people wear this certain thing because it'll make them, I don't know, look better than like. For instance, let's talk about the polo, right? Because it's Ralph Lauren and then it's Polo Assassin or whatever, Assassin or Association.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
I sent you the video.
Yeah, some people think that this shit is fake, bro. Like
the Polo Assassin.
What do you think?
No, it's not fake.
It's in Vegas on a popular street.
Yeah,
like,
every
what
time
are you
I go to
talking
Vegas,
about, bro?
they got like the store, the Polo Assassin store.
It's not fake.
Yeah.
Like I just don't know. That's when I say our culture worry about some stupid shit.
No, they do. I mean, even with me, I be feeling good because people will be like, man, you like the Milwaukee Fab or some shit like that. And it's because the reason why I feel good about it is I dress for me.
Right.
Like, so I'll dress in theme, for instance. So let's say like I got a throwback Bucks jersey. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get the Ray Allen cool grays that he wore with the jersey.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I do shit, and I got that from Fab because Fab does that. So that's where I kind of got that from. But I'm not Gucci and Louis. Like, I might have a belt, and then everything else I got on, like Juju just said, I might have on some H&M jeans and a Forever 21 t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people be thinking, that's drippy, but to me, that's swag. That's fashion. You don't have to have on designer names and all that shit to look fly. You know what I mean?
What do you think about like men's like wearing dresses and all that?
That's some goofy shit.
Like, what do you?
Where the fuck did that come from, dude?
That's some goofy
we
shit.
talking about fashion. Yeah, when Kid
Cudi had the off-white dress on, paying homage to Kurt Cobain or whatever. But I just think it's corny. It's a clout chase. Yeah. When Thug did it, it was a clout chase. Every nigga who puts on a dress, to me, they're clout chasing.
Yeah.
Did you see the Lil Nas video?
Oh my God! No, I didn't watch.
Just because everybody was talking about it, we actually watched it because of the video.
It's weird because of my podcast, I do watch a lot of filth because we got to cover it. I didn't watch Dude.
Oh, you ain't watch it?
You should watch it.
I didn't watch Dude.
Yeah.
But it's funny though, because now he didn't put out another one, bro.
Yeah. Really?
Okay, the second one was normal, bro. He was super normal. He was like, he wasn't grinding on nobody. It was no him grinding with guys, bro. He looked like a normal. You would have never thought that he was a homosexual, bro. Like, you would just thought that, this is a dude, just a regular dude that's fucked with his own music.
I don't even think I'm tripping about the gay shit as much as I'm tripping about the playing with the devil.
Oh yeah,
sexuality. I ain't really.
But I think that's why he's doing that, because they say that since he's homosexual, or people would say, and he's going to hell or whatever the case may be.
So he playing on it.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I'm trying to figure out what kind of artist is he.
Right.
He's just a troll.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have like a direction to his music or what he's doing or nothing. It's all for the moment.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Like, Old Town Road was a gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, and then this shit he just did, Montero or whatever is what's called. It's a gimmick too.
Have you heard the song?
They said the record ain't bad.
Yeah.
Bro, the record. Well, see,
I don't like the record.
Because you don't like the record because he's a homosexual. It's a different.
I'm saying
it got nothing to do with that.
Bro,
it's just what he talking about in the song.
But what he talking about, you can put that in as far as you saying that to a girl or feeling as a girl. It's just because he's a homosexual. That's why people. This is why I say our culture get built up.
I mean,
I ain't feeling the record.
See, I think I don't even really know if it's the fact that he's a homosexual. Because even with me, like when Frank Ocean came out the closet, it didn't change my.
Yeah, exactly.
Fan. I'm still a fan.
Like
of
the
his
Old
music.
Town Road shit. Like when he came out as gay, like I didn't say cut this shit off.
It was still.
I just was like whatever.
Well, because what he's saying in the record, all he was basically saying is that he was desperate to have sex with somebody. He didn't say he was sucking dick, or he didn't say he was.
He said he want to have sex with a dude, man.
Where did he? He didn't say that, bro. The interview said that he. No, this. So he didn't say that in the record. He said he was desperate. He want to have sex with somebody.
You want to have sex with a dude?
Well, because he's a homosexual. This is what I'm saying. So it's because he's a homosexual. So he can't sit there and play me and say that it's not because he's a homosexual. That's why you don't like the record.
So now you want to fight me?
Yeah, I actually do. Catch me outside. Shout out to Danielle. You feel me? She going crazy with the OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying?
Did you watch her? You got on her OnlyFans?
Bro, I did because we got a podcast.
The first day that she was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, first day. And
how that thing look?
She didn't show nothing. Bro, she like showed her holding her titties and shit, but like that's weak.
Yeah.
But I feel like she a troll too. Like, but they paying big. Yeah. You can see how much she made off of one post. Yeah. Bro, that shit would kill you, bro. Some of them was like $1,500 off of a post of her just in like a bathing suit or some shit like that.
It's fucking crazy.
Her by the pool, $1,700. Niggas is tipping because those are tips. They ain't got shit to do with her subscription.
Right. Them are just tips.
Yeah, so you taking me.
Did you tip her?
Hell no.
She did.
I was just open about everything. I talked about eating ass on here. You eat ass, bro.
No, I don't eat ass.
Nah.
I don't eat ass. But if you do, more power to you.
Just you.
You know, you do, more power to you, bro.
Nah, man, don't say that like I'm just going around tongue bucket.
So you know.
It was one time, Jill.
I
asked one time, bro. I told y'all the story, bro.
Nah, man, but like with the music that you're making right now, man, like how do you feel with like everything that's going on in the world as far as like the police, all the police killers and stuff like that?
I think because I'm potting now, I decided to not really discuss that in my music.
Yeah.
And really talk about it for real.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I haven't really put that into none of the new music that I've been cutting. But you know, that shit is what it is. You know, it's like a never ending story. It's like a reoccurring nightmare. You know what I'm saying? It's like we wake up every day to a new story. Like the same day the Derek Chauvin shit came through, that girl got shot. So it's like, you know, it's like 1 minute we trying to celebrate the shit, and the next minute it's like, you know. On my pod, my main thing that I was saying about that shit is take the race out of it. The cops, period, have to be held accountable. Yeah. So what I'm saying is if you go to the dentist, right, and he does the wrong procedure on you, you can sue him and he can lose his license.
Yeah.
If your lawyer does something bogus, he can lose his license. Your doctor does something bogus, he can lose his license. A cop has diplomatic immunity. He can make a mistake and get his job back. You see what I'm saying? Most jobs where you're community servicing like that, one mistake, you out of here. You see what I'm saying? That's the only position in the world pretty much where you can continue on about your day even after you make a mistake. So that's my whole thing with it. I'm past being angry about the black and white shit because I'm still mad about Emmett Till and that shit happened in the 50s. You see what I'm saying? So we done had so many unsolved, you know what I mean, racial murders and crimes that it'd be stupid for me to be mad about that shit still in 2021.
Emmett Till, so fucked up,
ain't it? I just want some policy changes and some accountability. You know, that's it. That's all, really. You know, and for us to stop asking for help. You know, because they're not gonna give you none. So I don't know why we keep doing that either.
You gotta do it.
I think people don't know what to do. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, you're right. They might not know what else to do. You're right.
Fuck, man, it's stupid, man. It's a fucking color, dog.
Man, what's next for you though, man?
What's next is to keep trying to grow in this media platform. I seem to be pretty good at it from what people are saying. So continue to grow the Slick Talk with Scales podcast and the brand. And then, like I said, dip into this music thing. And I'm just trying to come with another lane where I feel like cats aren't making R&B rap records in this market like that. So if people want to call me Fabulous or whatever, or LL Cool J, I'll settle into that lane.
I was about to ask about LL Cool J too earlier.
Settle into that lane and create those kind of records. So that's really it for me for the future. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be happy to like see you still doing your thing, bro. Like,
for sure, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'm gonna try to stay young forever, man. As long as I can, you know, keep this face looking like this, man. You know, and don't get too stressed out. Don't let life get to me too much. I'm gonna keep grinding, man, until I can't do this shit no more.
Man, where can the people find your like podcast and everything that you're doing right now?
For sure. So the pod is available on YouTube. It's Slick Talk with Scales TV is the channel. Then it's also available on Facebook on the Slick Talk with Scales Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? And then you can also find me on Instagram at JR Scales HBK, Twitter JR Scales everywhere. So
Man, speaking of Twitter, man, look. I gotta say it. I gotta say this, man. Twitter, come on, man. I'm Worldwide Red. I'm Worldwide_Red on Twitter, man. They got some chick, she ain't been on Twitter since 2014 or 15. Her shit is Worldwide Red. Can y'all just kick her off so I can have my Twitter? I just want the Twitter, man.
They want you to put 2 D's at the end of red or something?
I don't know, man. I put 2 D's, but I got the underscore. So I got Worldwide _ Red. Her shit is Worldwide Red, and they won't. Yeah, they won't let me get it.
Underscore, bro.
It's just too much for people.
Yeah, it's just too much, bro. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, come on, Twitter.
It's one.
I'm starting a petition, dog. I don't know, man. But look, man, y'all can follow me on Instagram, man, at Worldwide Red. That's 2 D's, man. It's Worldwide REDD. 2 D's like a white girl's tits. Snapchat, baby mama _bandit. And make sure y'all follow the Fat Boys Podcast.
Yes, sir.
All one word, man.
Hey, you can follow me on Instagram at Zeebraa TV, ZeeBraa TV. Follow me on Snapchat, ZSwagZ1, and on YouTube, Zeebraa TV as well. Yes, sir.
Man, Scales, we appreciate you for coming through the Fat Boys Podcast.
For sure. Hey, man, we getting on y'all, man.
Yeah, it definitely won't be the last time. Whenever you ready for us, man. Whenever you ready for us.
Find a date and let us know.
No, we're going to talk over here because I think y'all might be good for next week.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Right, man, it's Worldwide Red, Zeebraa. We got Scales.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, featuring Juju in the background. Look at that. No. You want to talk in episode 17?